The opinions expressed on the program you are watching are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of the station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
Welcome back to Sports Talk on Shaw TV. It's Brandon Hall joining me today in the booth down at the Silo. We've got Todd Hudson and Trevor McPherson. Thanks, guys, for coming by. They're here to talk about the Moose Jaw Warriors Alumni Golf Tournament down at the Hillcrest coming up very soon. You'll fill in the when and why. Again, if you have any suggestions on the show, you can email us mjshawtv@shaw.ca 691-7395. Like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at Shaw TV Moose Jaw. So guys, this is coming up pretty soon. Tab?
Yep, the tournament, well, we're only 3 weeks away from this Friday, I guess. The tournament kicks off on Thursday night, and this will be the third annual Moose Jaw Warrior Alumni Men's Golf. Okay. And on Thursday night is the night where we have registration, meet and greet, all the guys kind of starting to show up into town and get familiarized with some of their old teammates and that sort of thing. And then also all the business guys and guys that are playing in the tournament will all hang around that night and have a good time. And we'll do the team draw, and well, there's a few other things that go on. We have some draws and that sort of thing. We'll have an auction sale, and then the next day the tournament starts at 10 o'clock at the Moose Jaw Hillcrest Golf Course. And then immediately following the golf, we have a $1 million shootout, which the night before we sell spots to shoot in that $1 million shootout. Wow. There'll be 10 guys taking part in that because we only got 10 spots available for the $1 million shootout, and whoever, they're not going to walk away a loser. Hopefully you hope somebody wins the $1 million and knocks it in the cup, which would be the ultimate goal. But the guy that doesn't, the closest to the pin, will get a significant amount of money, and it's a pretty good deal. And the Warriors collect half of that money off it, and it's a good money maker for the Warriors. So it's a lot of fun.
In partnership with the Hillcrest, of course, you're a golf pro there. How's the course looking this year?
Oh, it's a fantastic shape. We had kind of a rough winter, but everything grew back in. The course is great. It's just as good as it was last year.
Very good. So when we're talking alumni, what kind of big names are we coming across this year?
Well, in years past, we've had Keane and Fleury and guys like that. This year we got an old Moose Jaw boy. I shouldn't call him old, he's a pretty big guy. Clark Gillies is coming back to Moose Jaw this year, and also a good friend of his that used to look after Wayne Gretzky for most of his career to make sure that nobody would beat him up and take him into the corner. So Dave Semenko's coming. Of course, Blair Jones, who's now playing with the Calgary Flames, was a big part of Moose Jaw's run in 2005, was it, or 6? When did they make the big run?
6 was
2006.
Yeah, 05, 06. Yeah.
Joey Pericone, Carter Smith, he was part of that team, he's coming. Scott DeCarmy, Spencer Edwards, who I think was pretty young at that time, and Kendall McFall, who's the current player, and Joel Edmondson, Jerome Bouchard, who played back in, I think, the early 90s. I think around Ryan Smith's age in there, and Grady Manson, Johnson, and, of course, there'll be some more of the active players that are playing for the Warriors right now. The coaching staff, the voice of the Warriors, the old voice of the Warriors, Carnes, one of my good buddies. Yeah, I mean, he's always great at the golf tournament.
It's kind of a fixture down at Hillcrest anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
he lives there,
fixture,
so
yeah.
Knows his way around.
On these lists here, these guys actually pretty good, or are they? They're all right.
Some of them are all right. I know Clark's got a pretty low handicap.
Yeah.
Last year, I know Fleury, he was carrying a 4 handicap, and his brother was carrying a pretty low handicap. There's some good players that come, for sure. Plus, we got some good Moose Jaw guys. As far as Moose Jaw's club being, you take a look around the province, or any of the provinces for that matter, guys that are shooting 10 and under, carrying 10 and under handicaps is pretty rare. Moose Jaw's got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of them.
Yeah, we produce a lot. We produced the last provincial champion, senior champion 3 years in a row.
No way. So you see a lot of talent come through the
we have a lot of single-digit handicaps at that golf course. A lot of good players. Yeah, really good players.
So this is the 3rd annual So of course, it started 3 years ago. So why did it change hands? Why are we now the Moose Jaw Warrior
Alumni Men's Tournament?
Yes.
Well, there was a very good friend of ours 3-4 years ago, actually, and we just finished the golf tournament. In 2008, they didn't have a golf tournament or something like that, I think it was. Anyway, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, they did not have a tournament. Then they had a tournament, and it was a mixed tournament. And I think 88 players showed up for that. And it was not a tournament that I would want to go and participate and, you know, be competitive. It was more of just an outing, right? So one of the board members, who's not with us today, because I've ran Canadian Cattlemen's golf tournaments for across Canada a few times and know how to raise money for a cause or through a golf tournament per se. So he asked me if I would take over the golf tournament for the Moose Jaw Warriors, and I said, yeah, I suppose I would, but you guys probably won't like what I'm going to do to it. I said, and it's nothing against any gender or anything else. I said, if I'm going to take a golf tournament over, we need to focus on what we want as a fundraiser. Like, where's the money going to go? We need give me something to work with. So that's when the education fund come up. So that makes it pretty easy to go to the businessmen in Moose Jaw. And I mean, let's face it, it's not the guy that's cutting lawns or, you know, working for the summer that's going to come and play in this tournament, because it's $400 to play in it. And most of the players that play in it are given a $500 or $1,000 or a $2,500 donation. We've got 3 guys that made 3 phone calls this year on our $2,500 guys. That's Main Street Dental, he took it, and Double K Excavating and Golden West Trailer Canadian Diesel. I mean, these guys are all over it. They want to give back to what, you know, to the Warriors of what those kids give to us for entertainment. So using the education fund, you feel good about spending some money and giving it back to these kids that give us some pretty cheap entertainment through pretty young, you know, through their youthful years of their lives, right?
Absolutely.
Take them away from their parents and yada yada. It's pretty good.
Great.
So you asked me how, and then that's a long way, eh?
That's all right.
Question.
Now we
I
know.
told you I could drag this out.
That's all right. You did well. With spots available, is there any for the public, and is there any alumni spots left over and open?
There's alumni. As far as the alumni go, I think as of today, there's probably room for about 15 more alumni, but that's kind of normal for the hockey world or whatever. They're not sure what they're going to do in the last 2 weeks. They just kind of, names just start filtering in, and well, it'll fill up. As far as the players that we need to sell out, I think we're sitting around, we might have 7 or 8 spots left, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's well received in the community. The Moose Jaw business guys are all over this thing for the last 3 years, and it's awesome.
Wonderful.
It's really good.
All right, so before we get to Touch the Cup, just talk about Hillcrest again for lessons. Any times available? Is there a website, contact numbers to get hold of?
Yeah, well, they get hold of the Pro Shop, 693-1921. I'm the only one there that teaches lessons, so it's just kind of coordinate time with me like that. The golf course has been very busy. You want to come play? Highly recommend you book a tee time. We have lots of tournaments and stuff like that. Like Todd's tournament's coming up. There's the other Warriors tournaments coming up, 444. We have a lot of huge events through the year, so they're pretty much posted on the website. We try and get everything on the website so that we can keep the public informed on when they can book and when play is available and stuff like that. And one thing I must comment on their event, I've been around golf for 20 years. It's probably the most organized event I've ever seen. Probably one of the most ones that generates the most capital that I've seen for a great cause. So I say it's greatly received. It's very well run by Todd and his guys. So,
all right. Well, thank you very much for coming by. And before we go, let's test. Earlier in the show, we asked if you knew anything about soccer, and well,
no.
So all right. So this is the thing that we do on the show here. It's called Touch the Cup. It wasn't anything gross or anything like that. So it's between. We'll give you the answer, or I'll give you the question. You give me the answer. The one that wants to answer first will touch the cup and answer, and it's on a point system. If you win, you win. If you lose, well, I don't know. We're all losers. I guess that's the motto here.
See a couple here right away.
All right, so you guys ready to rock?
All right.
All right, now this is a basic soccer rules quiz. So Here we go. Okay, maybe if we teach you the rules, maybe you'll be more interested in maybe watching.
I doubt it, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many players are on the field for each team in a adult league if playing a full squad game?
Oh, Jesus.
10?
Yeah, I'd say 10.
11?
Oh no, it's 11 with the
Or
goalie.
9? What do you got?
11.
There we go. Ding, ding, ding. Todd's got one. Let's
There you
go.
I'll let you win.
Oh yeah.
All right. If a player is sent off, what color card does the referee display? Yellow, red, white, checkered red, or black?
Yellow.
You got to touch the cup?
I did.
He did.
Did you touch the cup?
Oh yeah, he was all over
You're
it right
so
away.
fast. You said yellow?
Yeah.
If the player is sent off.
One will be
that your
red.
Is that red?
Red
Yeah.
carded.
All right, 1 and
Red
1.
card, yeah.
Here's the tiebreaker. Let's do it right here. You betcha.
Yellow's
Takes
the
2
point.
yellows.
Yeah.
2 yellows make a red. You're gone.
Yeah.
All right, the last one for all the marbles. You guys ready to go?
Here.
Ready.
Okay. When a goalie receives a free kick, which of these choices is the worst place to kick it? Over the heads of the first line of players, down the sidelines, cross the goal to one of his or her own defenders.
Cross the goal.
Cross the goal.
Sure. That'd be my guess.
Todd
Winner.
is our winner for
You're
today.
champion.
Congratulations,
Whoa!
champion of Tesla Cup. There we go.
I will play a game of golf.
So you're playing soccer now? No? All right. Well, I tried. Sorry, soccer. Again, thanks a lot, guys, for coming by. Is there, again, a website and phone numbers again if they want to book a tee time or lessons again for the Hillcrest Golf Course?
693-1921 is a pro shop number. www.hillcrestgolf.ca is the website.
Okay. And then for the
And
golf tournament?
anybody wanting to play golf, I got a few spots left. You can contact myself at 306-631-0288 and come out and have a great time. It's awesome.
Todd Hudson, Trevor McPherson, Brandon Hall, thank you so much for joining us again. It is Sports Talk and Shaw TV. I'd like to thank the lovely people at the Silo for hosting us here. Again, if you like what you see, you want some criticism or some ideas, please email mjshawtv at shaw.ca 691-7395. Like us on Facebook, follow us. You can tweet us at Shaw TV Moose Shaw. Again, thanks a lot for dropping by. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.